all happening. So, yeah. So I've got this new software that I'm trying, and it's very exciting because it's it puts it out on multiple platforms, so it's quite cool, quite cool. So I'll just get just started about introducing you. So it's absolutely my pleasure to introduce Emma from the Green Collective today. She's joining me to have a chat, and the reason why we're doing these catch ups with our sponsors is because, like, one, to check in on everybody's mental health, I'm sure, but secondly to just connect with everybody because we're all obviously locked down and can't go anywhere. So we just want to have a chance to say good day. And there's quite a few of the brands have got different specials, or whether or not they're allowed to send out in lockdown or not. It's just like, so I'm wanting to find out all of that from you, Emma, today.
Okay.
But thank you for joining me, and it's wonderful to be able to see your happy smiley face and yeah. Tell us a little bit about the Green Collective, because a lot of people might not actually know what
No,
you do.
well, welcome. Thanks for having me. And it's so nice because our communications via email are a lot more through Rochelle and Brody as well. So I don't know if you can't really tell because it's about to bucket down in Nelson, but I'm in sunny Nelson. And again, I'll just usually we're pretty good. We've had the last few days have been amazing and kind of reminded us of last lockdown where we had sunshine pretty much the whole time. So it's quite a deja vu feeling here. But look, doing okay. The Green Collective, historically, I started out with a mate back in 2014, and we kicked around the idea and we played with loads of samples. And I'm a sewer, so I made up loads of different things, with them hanging around the house. And we started out with the goodie bags. And then after about 6 months, I just carried on with it on my own, just loved it. And during that time, so about 7 years now, I've just been adding in a product every now and then. And it's just grown as I've allowed it, because I've got small kids as well. And I also, I was a physio, so I teach Pilates classes as well. So I won't give that up though. Like the Pilates classes, the recovery from small business work, because as you'll know, most of small business work, you're like 90% of it's online, sitting at a computer or working in front of you and like working with orders, doing designs and packing and packaging and things. So it's the release and that mental break and the physical break for me from small business life. So I love it, and it probably is part of I really enjoy teaching, and that style of being able to optimize health, and that kind of flows into the Green Collective as well. So making the best with what you've got and being the best person or best version you can be. So it's kind of nice to have those parallels. I run most of the business from home. I've taken over a bedroom and a garage and the roof and the workshop. So it's all mine. Maybe the hallway sometimes too. Yeah. And then I'm really lucky to have friends at Young Granola who are working in Central Nelson, and I have storage in their facility as well, so I can overflow into a proper storage area. And maybe one day I'll join them. They've offered me a desk there. That would be pretty exciting. Like a proper office girl. It would be good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Nelson's amazing. And part of the reason that I've enjoyed the process of growing the business so far is I've got so much support around me. And a lot of people doing businesses is just a 1 or 2 person size small business. And we've just got such an energy around people in Nelson. Everyone with small businesses is quite willing to share and help each other grow and collaborate on things and be really open, which isn't always the case, and it's just such a delight. So that's why we often have really cool giveaways and competitions with each other, because we just you want to do a giveaway, want to do a collaboration, it's like, yeah, cool, I'm in, and it's just a really fun environment to be in. So
it's cool, because I am going to be coming to Nelson at some point in the next 6 months, just as a bit of a heads up. So we're just in in the planning stages of what that looks like and how when it looks like at the moment. So that's quite exciting. I haven't been to Nelson for a few years, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, we'll welcome you in with the sunshine.
But just so that people know, with the stuff that we generally are giving out from the Green Collective are the compostable dishcloths. So that's one thing that I think, because I'm so out of touch with everything that we get in from all the different people, but it is the compostable dishcloths, isn't it? And they're all funky, yeah. Because I love I've got one at work and one at my partner's place, and I just love it. But I think I've had mine for 18 months and I still haven't had to compost it, so it's still going well.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Especially if you have a couple on the go as well, because then they get half the use and they go forever. But I've been sent pictures of some that I haven't printed that design for about 3 years. So it's like, wow, that's amazing. I've worked, so I introduced the spruce cloth in back in about 2016, I think, end of 2015, and started a small range of about 8, and there was a lot of local designers involved in that. Again, great opportunity to kind of collaborate, and a lot of the emerging designers I've gone back to and we've done more work and more designs together, because it's just been, you have to pitch it to a designer that their art is going to be printed on something that's compostable. So it's an unusual concept for them that you're going to throw away their art. But I kid you not, which design in particular, these ones here, I'm just throwing some product. There are people who are seriously taking them and framing them up, especially in the laundry. They've taken like the Glenn Jones triple series and put them in little frames. So it's quite frame detail. So I see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, framing is just a new thing. Yeah.
The next step. Yeah, we're always just working towards that next step. But so they're the original Swedish dishcloth. And what I love about consumers now more than ever, because I think there was always a bunch who were really conscious consumers who asked questions, who wanted to know more and did it. Whereas I think there's more joining that now. So when I went to the Go Green Expo in Christchurch just 2 weekends ago, and now we're in lockdown, it seems crazy that there were like 9,000 of us all together in that building. But I saw such a nice progression again of people asking questions. So they wanted to know the origin of the cloth and what is it done and what's it printed with, and more questions than ever, which I'm happy to answer always. And just shows me that progression that of where we're going in terms of that education. And you're a big part of that, putting the word out, I guess, or the message to look at what you're using and then make changes and what your options are, from people who have no idea through to those who just want to kind of are ready to take on that next step in their lives. But it was awesome. So I mean, these are the original Swedish cloth. No one in the southern hemisphere makes that material, makes the base cloth.
Oh, wow.
So you have to go overseas. And other than the Swedish ones, there's two countries who are trying to emulate the product, and that's Germany and China. And you can tell, and that's fine. They're cheaper. They're definitely cheaper, but they won't last you 18 months. So that's just part of making choices. And you can buy everything at different price points. I've got about 5 different cups that I have my coffee in because they sit in different places. And didn't buy them at the same time. I've given one. I got given one by you, thank you. And like a Christmas present. And so then they're all different tiered prices. One of them cost me $2.50, and the other one was like a keep cup glass one, and that was more like probably $30. So, and I like them all. They're all, but the one will last me possibly longer and has less of an environmental impact in the way it was made. So there's just, tiers of stuff to learn. And for some people who just want to transition over, a lower price point is a great entry. So I don't see that there's any competition. I think there's room for everybody. But it's education about then, okay, I really like this. Now, what is it? Where's it from? What am I doing with it? So that's kind of growing.
So out of interest, what are your latest products that you've got at the moment?
These ones are becoming quite popular. This is the double, where's my camera? So these are, it's very dark. I'll put them against me. These are a 2-pack and they are just a solid color. So I've got a house full of boys here and they still don't rinse out dishcloths after they've used them. And the way to keep these looking nice for longer is to use them, give them a rinse, and then let them dry. So these are the solution for busy households or flats where people just don't learn and won't kind of go along on the journey with you. So they just are pretty stain resistant. The other thing, like we've got a coffee machine here, and thanking our lucky stars in lockdown, when you're kind of sweeping and cleaning a really messy zone like that, you possibly don't have the time to keep rinsing it and being really thoughtful about how you're using it. So again, they're brilliant things like coffee and curries and really messy stuff. So they've definitely grown in popularity, which has been super cool. And then those Encore bags, I think I've sent you a couple as like your office bags, but these are just going out the door a bit crazy at the moment. And this is with a Father's Day special happening. So I'll chuck a link out about that. But email subscribers are getting a bit of a treat alongside any purchases of those as well. But yeah, they're just good. They like, people have nicknamed them the lifetime bag, and there's a hashtag created not even by me called bag love. Like, it's seriously it's kind of become this thing of all on its own. It's just kind of fun to see it happening because it's all made from scraps. Like, I used to I've got 5 businesses I'd collect scraps from, assigned OSH forms. I wasn't silly, but at some point I was probably 6 or 7 months pregnant, climbing in the skip bins, having a good rummage through, trying to get what I could get. Because if you're going to make a product and sell it, you have to have a consistent supply of waste, which is a tricky one because, well, it highlights how much waste there is, but at the same time, you want to use all the little bits. But if you can't kind of create that consistency, it's tricky. So the offcuts of that have never been used before. So if the company, the factory I get it from, make like bouncy castle things and the big inflatable swimming pool exercise courses, that type of thing, the archways for marathons. So if they're going to cut out those shapes, there's all the trims, and they simply don't have the time what it would pay them on their hourly wage from a company's money perspective. It costs them too much to lay those bits out again and try and cut little bits of shapes in them. So it's all just fresh fabric. So they were spending about 2 skip bins a week to landfill until I weighed the hell out of them. And now that I have my own shelf inside, and they roll it up for me. Great. Yeah. And they're down to 1 skip bin maybe, it's not often now, 1 maybe every fortnight to 3 weeks. And a lot of some of it's covered in glue or really unusual shapes or errors. So there will be wastage in a big production, but but
at least they can turn it into something else instead of it.
Oh, they love it. Yeah, they think I'm weird. It's coming in to like get scraps. Most people do think I'm a bit special and I rummage around and all these things, but I have a vision. I'm quite stubborn, but also quite energetic, and so I just get really excited when I see an idea, and I like to see it done and to kind of see things through. So it's
that's awesome.
Good stead so far. So it's I enjoy it.
So just to remind everybody again, so you've got a deal on, so it's for Father's Day, was that?
Yeah. So I've just emailed a extra special deal out to email subscribers, but I'll track something on social media for people. So the Encore bags, there's going to be a Father's Day special. So if you order between now and Father's Day is the 5th of September. So I'll bring it out right to the 4th of September. And so I'll chuck a special deal out for anyone who orders an Encore bag as the ultimate Father's Day bag that isn't floral or Hawaiian print. And it will last them more than one summer, carrying all the
great from the boat too, like really good.
Everywhere. So, if you sea swim and chuck your wetsuits in, you got your biking stuff, and if they get filthy, you just hose them down. Like, they're brilliant. Yeah. So that's one special. And then the last special I did online was the spruce cloths, and because I've now, I think in total I've done about 85 different designs now over the years, which was a bit mind-boggling for me when I released the last collection. Friends at Yum and I, because we share a space, we did a combined launch with one of their new releases and my last collection. And I I actually didn't realize how many I'd done. I kind of had a figure about 70. It blew my mind. But it was really fun. And so I was like, well, crikey, there's a lot of selection for people now. So I did a thing on the website where if you pick any 10, I'll group that up to be just $65 and free shipping. So you could go on and select your own. You could do 10 of one design if you wanted, but that way you get a really good price point, and then you keep some and you gift some, and keep them in your present cupboard.
Could be early Christmas present shopping. Yeah,
exactly.
Then you could go the opposite.
Someone's going to turn up at the door, right? I don't think I've got. I don't even have my drink bottle in here, but one of the things we demonstrated at the Go Green, because you've got people in front of you and you've got the market table, is you wrap one around a bottle of wine and you can tie it with ribbon, and often or bottle of olive oil as well, or honey, all the drippy sticky stuff. So if you're needing like a hostess gift, quite often you'll bring a bottle of something with you, and olive oil or wine, etc. And you kind of go, oh, I feel a bit stingy. Like, I feel like I need something else, but I don't know what it is. So they work brilliantly for that, because you just wrap it around, tie it up, and it's like instant gift wrap.
Yeah.
But something kind of thoughtful too. So I've seen that being used a lot more, which is quite cool.
And leaves them with a nice little thing to remember you by, and they could frame it.
Yeah. Straight to the laundry.
Designer.
Yeah.
Okay, so also
as well.
What?
2 more deals.
Oh, have you? Oh, cool. Keep it going.
Okay, so another thing, and I'll send all this to Kate so I can chuck it an email so you can share it around, or I'll add it under the post even. But we're coming up to spring and spring cleaning, and whether you need a giant kick up the boot to do it, or you can't wait and you wish you could start early. I've done a few collaborations over the years with the girls at Figgy & Co, who are just north of Wellington based and do some really nice eco cleaning products, and they do home delivery. And I think they'll be doing essential deliveries at this time. Probably is classified under essential, but I'm unsure. But one of the cool things is you can use the code SPRUCE, and you'll get 10% off any orders through them, which is really cool, because we'll often do Spruce giveaways with the products as a cleaning cloth you can use with it. But they do throughout all of September, the start of spring, 1 activity a day to spring clean throughout your whole house with their tips and ideas. So I did it last year, and honestly, there were areas I hadn't really thought to visit in my home. It was really good. Horrifying.
They helped you realise they were quite dirty. Yeah.
Apparently just, the back of the top of the something, but it was all on their little thing to do. And I felt good. It did feel good to have done it. Yeah.
To clean the back of the top of the something. I love that. Like
the parts you never go to.
And so have you got one more for us as well?
Oh, I have. I'm about to launch it, and probably I just need to get a couple more photos done for this. But I've got about 18 different designers that I work with, right, to do the spruce designs. And someone like Kyla Kay. Ooh, Kyla Kay's local. She's Christchurch. She's got loads of murals up on the walls. You've got Studio Soph, she's based in Mott, and so forth, right? So I've always thought about getting more emerging talent, and that can be people who are in design school, or just like fiddling at home and a budding designer, or open to anyone who just kind of wants to have a go at something. So I'm going to run it as a bit of a design competition, open to all ages, and I'm going to have 2 winners. One will be school age, and the other right through school, and then the other one will be an adult, we'll say.
Yeah.
And they can be of any expertise. They can be an amazing designer or not. Doesn't mean they're going to be the winner, but it's like to see what designs come through. So the 2 winning designs will get printed onto spruce, and we'll end up giving $2 per cloth as well to a charity of that person's choice that we'll work through.
Cool.
If they've got something that they're really passionate to give to, because I think it'd be a year of giving back. So the winner kind of gets the glory of having their design printed on a product, which if you're an emerging artist is pretty cool to get something commercially made, put that on your portfolio. A bit of a cool, awesome thing for a kid to be able to see the process of how something like this works, and then we'll get the double benefit of donating back to some community group as well. So that'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes through.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. How exciting. So got any budding artists out there, get in touch and have a look and into your amazing designs. And it can be just anything.
Anything. There's a few little stipulations on a number of colors and stuff, but I'll put those details out with it so they can have a read of size and that kind of thing. But it's almost free for all.
Yeah.
If you look at the designs I've got, so I mean, they've got plenty to be able to look online and get some inspiration for what's worked, what sells, that type of thing. But there's such a variety there, and that's because of working with different designers. It would be so boring if they were all my own. So it pulls that different feeling in. Everyone's got their favorites, not necessarily my favorites, but that's okay. That's why there's such a big range.
Oh no, that's very cool.
That's good.
So I've got two more questions for you before we wrap up. The first one is, what's your coping? Any advice for coping during lockdown for people?
Lock myself in a room and pretend I've got a meeting. No, I painted the front of the house yesterday, and I put headphones on and cranked up the music, and just they were safe, but I did ignore them for a while. That was quite successful. Feed them. I 3 boys. They seem to be much more passively calm if they're fed. So it does feel like one meal kind of rolls into another, and I physically have to create this break in between. But so far it sounds really boring, and probably everyone's already doing things like that.
No, I think it's
trying to wait till after 5 to maybe have a glass of wine as I try to cook another meal,
Find inspiration. I mean, we cook a meal every single night, but in lockdown we find it so hard to be inspired.
Yeah.
I've already got you're not out looking at all this amazing food, like walking past cafes, or you don't see it at all, then you're just like, oh, I need to be inspired.
You need to look in your own cupboard and go, oh. That again. No. They're doing okay. They love to draw, and so they've already been doing me a few entries for the competition. I'd be a bit biased if I enter them, but they don't know that part of the rule, so they'll just keep shoving designs under my nose. One's covered in little pizza men.
All right.
And the other one had 2 wine glasses chinking, saying cheers. I don't know if that's a sign of what our lockdown memory's been for our children, but Master 9.
No, nothing to see here. Nothing to see.
Be a very popular
and then my other question for you is, because I'm doing my own personal research on a topic at the moment, and that's finding out if there's any good series to watch, because I'm stuck.
Ooh, okay. Last lockdown, we took the kids through the entire Star Wars series. There's 11 movies. Who knew? I hadn't seen half of them, and it was awesome because they had the memory. They're quite PG movies. Like if anyone's limb comes off, it's not gory, but it was really entertaining, and you could have those real chats about the characters, and it was really nice to go through it. And we did it in release order. Big debates what order to go through. And then Paralympics are on, and I used to work with disabled skiers New Zealand and teach them up in the South Island. So I'm so passionate about showing the kids what you can do. I mean, highlights so far have been the swimmers with literally missing arms and legs, and then the most amazing table tennis match with no arms. It's phenomenal to see what people are able to do, and you kind of give the kids hope that if something was to happen, look what you could still compete in Olympics. So I mean, that's it's on TV1, isn't it? I think so. Anyone can watch it, but they don't get a lot of publicity, which is really sad.
No, and it's sort of quite sad that it comes so quickly after the other Olympics, so people almost have Olympic fatigue. I
wonder if the gap's too much. Like if it went just because I missed, I had Olympic sadness and withdrawals almost. So if it was just kind of kept going, but it should be pushed a lot more in lockdown for people to see.
Yeah, because they're just not. I think I saw something on the news the other day, and I thought, oh, it must be starting. I didn't realise it had actually started.
Yeah, we've got the biggest New Zealand team there we've ever had, and we've got 18 are there for the first time that they've ever been at the Olympics. I mean, that's a pretty amazing achievement for those athletes. So yeah, and they're getting. I was trying to think. I read something about the prizes that they will get this year equal the Olympians' prizes. If you come home with a medal, they will get the same government funding because there's like a prize you get. They'll get the same as the Olympians. So yeah, all of this equality is fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, well, I'll have to switch on that and get into watching some Olympics again.
Yeah,
might motivate me to get out for a walk.
You know? Oh, I know. When you see what these guys can do, you think, oh gosh. Yeah. It's very motivating.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me, Emma. It's been lovely to catch up and just have a chat, and as like the video will just go up. We get a few people watching us while it's live, and then we just leave it up. So if we'll keep an eye out if there's any questions. If anybody's got any questions, make sure you stick a comment in there, and we'll jump in there and answer your questions at some point. And just remember, if you do want to try one of the spruce cloths, we do have the online workshops available at the moment. So you just got to jump on the website and see where the online workshops are, and I think they're in pretty much all the packs except for the nappies packs. So have a look, check it out, and and then you could get your own spruce cloth, and it's a bit of a surprise because you have no idea which one you're going to get. You just get what you get.
No, I put such a random selection in each time. There's no rhyme or reason as to what you get. It must be quite fun packing the books or packing the bags up for people.
Yeah. Well, you got to be careful though, because you can't. Especially with the nappies, you got to be so careful because you can't put. We used to have trouble. A lot of the suppliers used to supply us with pink and blue, and then people would complain because they were having a girl, so they wanted pink, not blue, or they wanted unisex. So now we just call pink salmon and blues mauve. So you just got to get over it and just put it on like it's fine. It's always a surprise in every packet.
Oh, I love it. Well, I don't know if you have a certain gender or binary that a cloth would suit. I don't know. It's a dishcloth. It's all right.
It's what suits your kitchen. So
gosh, there are people who need to match the toaster.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I don't. My toaster and jug and nothing matches. It's fine. Even my knives and forks don't match, and that's fine. But some people do need a matching dishcloth with their toaster.
They do.
Hey, so thank you so much, Emma, for catching up with me. We will be in touch again soon, hopefully, and I'll let you know when we're coming to Nelson, which hopefully won't be too far away.
Brilliant. Happy to show you around. Awesome. Thanks for having me, Kate. Yay. And I'll message below all those little details and stick it up there as well so it can be found.
That'll be awesome. And we'll catch you guys again. I think I've got another session tomorrow. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow, and look out for some really cool. We're gonna have some quite big sort of get-togethers in the next few weeks. So keep an eye out on that. And I'll right now I'm going to go and find something for dinner.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I'm hoping something's happening out there, but I'm not hopeful. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Emma.
Awesome. See you guys. Bye.